Okay, good day everyone. Over here in Nigeria, it's morning. It's 8:56 a.m. Yeah, so hope you're all good. Yeah. So yesterday I did a review on this trade. I'll explain how I ended up in a loss yesterday after saying that I was done for the day. Yeah, but yesterday I explained, I did a review on how I got into this trade right here. This trade, I did a review on how I got into this trade. So if you have not watched it, I suggest you go watch it because you would learn one or two things there. And yeah, as I said yesterday, I was going to do a total weeks review. That is all the trades I took during this past week from Monday through to yesterday. The trades I lost and trades I missed, like this, the trades I was profitable in, and all of that. So, yeah, I love to start on my day early. So, let's just get on with it. Now, like I said yesterday, I trade support and resistance, and I also mentioned yesterday that for those of you that still have the mindset that support and resistance or trend lines or other technical tools are not meant to be strategies dependent on themselves, well, if you can find a way to make anything work, stick to it. If you can find a way to make the moving average work for you, stick to it. If you can find a way to make trend lines work for you for a consistent period of time, like for a very long time, if you can find a way that to make the Fibonacci retracement to work for you, please continue with it. Okay, the goal here is to make money. So whatever you're doing that makes you money, please stick to it. And everybody says, oh, SMC or ICT or demand and supply and all of that. Now, how is it that I trade just support and resistance, yet I am more profitable than someone who claims he's an SMC trader or he's an ICT trader or he's a demand and supply trader? Whatever you find that works for you, please stick to it and forget all the noise. Forget all the noise because there will be noise. There will be noise, trust me. Just forget them, okay? I'm not saying that support and resistance is a holy grail. I'm not saying that it's 100%, but then I found a way where support and resistance can work for me together with multi-time frame analysis. I found a way where it could work for me. And then for a very long period of time, I have been using it. I mean, 3 years is a long time here. I've been using it and then it has consistently given me profits. I didn't say it always give me profits, I said consistently. Okay? So, yeah, I just felt I should, mention that again. And now that that's over with, let's get into the business of today. So, reviewing all the trades I took from Monday through to Friday. Let's get on with it. So, let's start from the 4 hours on Monday. Let's start from the 4 hours on Monday. Let's start from the 4 hours on Monday. Okay. So, I don't trade Asian session, like I said. I don't trade Asian session. I trade only London and New York. Asian session on Monday started here, yeah. Started at this point right here, this candlestick. So that was the Asian session. I need you all to pay attention to these points right here. Okay, so I mean this cross pointer. That's what I mean. Okay, so Asian session started right about here, and the second, which was Asia's second candle, was here. Now let's see what was my thoughts process for Monday. How did I think to get into a trade? Now, please, I am not in any way teaching my strategy. If you want to learn, you can DM me on TG and we can talk about it, okay? But this is, like I said, Saturdays are for review purposes. I don't teach my strategies except when due process is followed, okay? DM me on TG and we'll move on from there. So this is just review sake. Now, so Asia's second candle ended here. How did I get into this trade? So I could see that at first we were bullish. We had a bullish, um, should I say bias now? I don't like to use the word bias, but then we were bullish. In my head, we were bullish. I can tell you why, but just stay with me, yeah. Um, okay, yeah, we were clearly bullish. So I was looking for only buy opportunities here. And then the closest buy opportunity I saw was on the 1 hour. I don't take my trades on the 4 hours, I take my trade on the 1 hour. Only on the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, I could see that the market broke through this resistance, and then resistance broken turns into what? Support. That was how I took my trade here. I'm not capping, guys. I'm not capping. I took my trade here. I held it up to, I knew that this place would be taken out. I just put my TP just a little bit above it, okay? It gave me a 1 to 7.5 risk to reward. Yeah, and it was a very good one. You see, sniper, yeah. Yesterday I mentioned that most of my trades are actually snipers. I tend to find the best trades. And after this got broken, I knew that we were to retest it. And the retesting, or the retest rather, came on the London Open. No, not Open. Check it out. Yeah, came on the London Open, the London session. This black candle here, that was where the retest came from. So I used timing as my confluence here, which gave me more confidence to actually enter this trade, and I did. Targeted here, full TP smashed. Yeah, that's for Monday. Now Tuesday, the first trade I took on Tuesday. Let's see what 4 hours did on Tuesday. Let's see Tuesday's Asia. Tuesday's Asia. This is, yeah, Tuesday's first Asia, Tuesday's second Asia. Now we at first I thought we were bearish actually. I thought we were bearish. So I was kind of thinking of sells at this point. But then what pays you in the market is not just how good your strategy is, it's how flexible you can be. Even when your strategy fails, you know how to maneuver to, not revenge trade now, not revenge trade, but to find another entry. Okay. Revenge trading is different from finding a better entry. Yeah. Now, I thought we were bearish, so I took a sell here based on my strategy and what I saw. I took a sell here at this point here. At this point, this candlestick. This was London kill zone. I took a sell and it stopped me out with a 20 pip stop loss. Yeah, it stopped me out, and I knew at that point, that if it's not bearish, then it's going to be high bullish. I just knew. And then I was looking for another place to enter. So I figured the market just closed above resistance, this resistance, and then resistance broken turns into what? Support. So on the 15 minutes, I actually didn't enter this trade on 15 minutes. I entered it on the 1 hour. But then I just want to show you guys how it was for me. So this was it. Once it broke here, I was like, okay, we gotta retest this, man. And then when we did 20 pip stop loss, I do 20 to 25, 20 to 25. So 20 pip stop loss. I targeted um this high right here. I think I posted this. On my, yeah, it was a short I did. I posted this particular trade here from the place I took it down to the TP being hit and all of that. So this was my TP, and then TP got smashed. Yeah, this was Tuesday. So even though on Tuesday our first trade of the day was a loss, I was able to make like a lot times more. That's what this strategy helps you to do, guys. It helps you to adjust your trading bias for that day and figure out a better place to enter. Okay. Yeah, so we had a loss here. We had huge profit here. So far we have 3 trades, lost 1, profited 2. Okay. And then Wednesday, what happened on Wednesday? Let's see, this was Wednesday's first Asia candle, second Asia candle. Good. And then on this day, I knew we were bearish. Okay. Like I said, I'm not here to tell you why or to tell you how. I'm sorry, guys. But if that's something you want to know, like I said before, DM me on TG, yeah? And then you can also subscribe so that once I start releasing, educational videos, you can be a part of it too. So do also subscribe and like. Okay. Now I knew we were bearish here. Wednesday morning, I knew we were bearish. So I was looking for a place to enter at London and maybe New York, but first London. So did I take a trade on London? No, I did not take a trade on London. So I found out my best zone to enter, and this was it. This was my best zone to enter. Why did I still leave this here? Yeah, so this was my best zone to enter based on my confluences that I work with. I had my 25 pips. Yeah, at this point I was using 25 pips because of this week here. Once I saw this week, I was a bit skeptical. I was a bit, shaky on the trade, but then I had to make it 25 pips because of this week, because I felt market, and this was Asia high actually. I thought market would want to come up and take out Asia high. That was why I just set it at 25 pips, okay? And then market came up, almost stopped me out, and then reversed down to my next area of interest, my next support level. And then Wednesday, my trade was profitable. The first trade I took was in profit. Okay. And then this was the second trade I wanted to take on Wednesday. This was the second trade. I know what I saw on the 4 hours. I saw all my confluences working. I saw my strategy playing out, and I was like, okay, this is the best zone for us to take this sell. Like I said, I knew we were going to sell, and this was now. Where did we enter this trade actually? When did we enter this trade? We entered it. Okay, in between London and New York. It was past London but before New York. Okay, and this was at 3 o'clock. Now I pay attention to three different times of the day. I pay attention to 7 a.m. I'm using Nigerian time now or West African time. So I pay attention to uh 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 12 noon, 1 p.m., and then 3 p.m. Now, whatever trade I want to take, if it falls in these five different time zones or times, I tend to take better trades. I tend to take better trades. Now, look at this. This would have been a banger for me, guys. This would have been a banger, 1 to 14. This would have been, that's double, almost double of this, double of Monday's trade, yeah, almost double of this. Now, just check this one out, guys. At what point did we enter this trade? 102, guys. I told you because of IC markets, there's a 2 minute gap. So this is like 1 o'clock. Once I see that my trade is entering at this particular time, either 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 12 noon, 1 p.m., and 3 p.m., I tend to be more confident about a trade. Okay, so yeah, that's it. I missed this trade. This would have been a very, very good trade for me, but then it didn't have me. I set my limit here, but it didn't have me. So Wednesday, I had just one trade and it was profitable. Yeah, that's about it. Now, Thursday, oh man, we're past the time I wanted this video to last for, but it's cool, it's cool. Thursday, where's Asia? First Asian candle here, second Asian candle here. We were also bearish. Bro, since Wednesday, there was no point selling. There was no point buying. Just check this out, guys. Look at these big bearish candlesticks. And these on the 4 hours. Look at this, look at this. So who would want to buy here? Who would want to buy here, guys? So I knew that Thursday. Well, that was not why I sold actually. That was not why I sold. I didn't sell just because I saw this big bearish candlestick. I knew what I saw that made me want to sell on Thursday. Sorry. So let's see. Thursday. How did I enter a trade on Thursday? Okay. Thursday, I didn't see any point to enter at 7 a.m., at 8 a.m., at so very good, very good. I didn't see a reason to enter at these different times. So I was waiting for 12 noon or 1 p.m. And where did it tap me in? It tapped me in at 11, but then it moved very well at 12. And then it hit my TP at 1. You see, guys, this is what I'm talking about. Once I see that this timing is in confluence with my analysis, I tend to be more confident about a trade. Okay. And like I said before, my trades are usually snipers. I entered here actually. I entered at this blue candlestick here. Yeah, at 11. Probably that was why I didn't hold this to, a very deep support. Maybe that was why I stopped it here. Yeah, I stopped it at this support here, right here. I stopped it at this support because the confluence was not really with me, so I just had to, cut it somewhere. This was 11. Assuming this candle was at 12, bro, I would have held this. I would have held it. So this was Thursday. I took just one trade. On Thursday. Why is this? Friday, Friday, which was yesterday, the review I did. Now I won't go over, or I won't explain it how I did in the video. But then I still knew we were bearish. After this juicy bearish candle here, I knew we were bearish, bro. I knew we were bearish. So I figured out a way to enter. And this was the best place for me. Once market closed below this support broken turns what resistance. Okay, so once market closed below this support, I knew that okay, it's time to sell. It's time to sell. Now the next thing I was looking for was the timing. What time did we enter this trade? Boom, 7 a.m. guys. 7 a.m. This was London kill zone. And then it moved at what time? 8 a.m. See that? I had my 20 pip stop loss and I targeted this support level right here. Well, not a support level. I targeted this low. I targeted this low right here, not the support level. I targeted this low, and yeah, was it. And as I yesterday when I was making the review for this trade, I was like, okay, I think I'm done for the week. I'm done for the day, and I'm done for the week. But then, well, the kind of trader I am, yeah, is such that once I see what I'm looking for, I take it. Once I see what I'm looking for, if all my conflicts is aligned, I'm taking a trade, irrespective. So I saw everything I was looking for on this trade, but then market, well, I don't know why I entered this. I don't know why I entered this. Market was obviously bearish. The market was obviously bearish. I do not know why I entered this for a buy, guys. but then we learn every day, yeah. Even the best of traders still learn every day. So yeah, this has to be a lesson. Once you are taking sales, don't send I buy. So yeah, I had this loss. So overall, how did we do? We had how many trades? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 trades, 2 losses, 5 wins. Okay, and this is just to prove to you all I was in line when I said my trade is not a holy grail. My trade is not 100% win. Yeah, I do not have 100% win rate with this strategy. Nah, sorry, my strategy, not my trade. My strategy is not a holy grail. My strategy is not 100%. Nah, no. But then it could give you a decent week of profit. So if this is something you would want to, learn, probably not to change your strategy, just to, augment or incorporate into yours to, like I said yesterday, take your 70 or 60% win rate to a 90% win rate, you can DM me on TG and we'll see what we'll do. Okay. So you might want to like and subscribe, okay, so that once I start dropping educational videos, you could be a part of it. You won't miss anything out. So yeah, see you guys on Monday morning. I will be sending another video. Hopefully I take a trade. If I see what I'm looking for, take a trade, and I think I'll come up on Monday to show you how Monday was. Just on Monday, guys. Just on Monday, okay? Yeah, so bye for now.